welcome to MJT's Wycombe Wanderers Plus, and here we go again with a game on Monday against Rotherham. Wycombe have played Rotherham a number of times. We have won 7, drawn 6 and lost 5 to them. The last game, of course, we lost 1-0 on that first game of the season, which was when we carried on and lost 7 on the trot. The last 6 games, Rotherham have picked up 6 points out of 6 games, Wycombe 7 points out of 6 games. We're doing all right now, but Rotherham, along with Wycombe, we're very similar in just about everything. Style of play, chances of points, chances putting away, percentage-wise, etc., right across the board. Very similar. The only difference is Wycombe lost their first 7 games on the trot. Had we not done that, we would be, along with Rotherham, probably same amount of points. Now, most of their goals, this is one difference, is most of their goals come down the right hand side. In fact, 80% of their goals come down the right hand side. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, Ainsworth, I'm sure you already know that. This is also 1-0 every day of the week. That is why I put that as a score. 75 chance the bookies give this as a 1-0, although they reckon is 66% chance of it being Rotherham that win 1-0. So for the first game this season, Rotherham are favourites. Now, as we know, Wycombe score between the 40th and 50th minutes. We did it again on Friday. We will do it again on Monday. Trouble is, we do concede between the 80th and 90th minute, and yes, you've guessed it, Rotherham score all their goals between the 80th and 90th minutes, so Wycombe's defence need to pack it out there. Again, I would say this is not the time to start fiddling with the defence, and you've got to be careful when you can't just bring on players to waste time. You've got to make sure you don't trouble that defence at all. They have got to be strong in that time. Now, as for Rotherham, well, Richard Wood will be missing. He picked up a red card on Friday. We've got to be careful of Michael Smith, who knocks them back, Freddie Ladapo, Matty Crooks. So they've scored 9, 7 and 6 goals between them. Smith does get booked on a regular basis, I might add. He's been booked 9 times this season. Worth our defence knowing that. A little pull and a push here, you could get him booked, and then he'd have to, of course, play very carefully. Wycombe have kept 3 clean sheets in their last 4 games, it's worth adding. We seem to have picked up our performance enough to have stayed up had we done it at the beginning of the season rather than now. There is a tiny little chance, but not really. Of course, the player Wycombe will have missing is Dominic Gape, who started on Friday. He's got to be missing. He's sustained a calf injury, and so he will be out. So my Wycombe lineup will be exactly the same as Friday's, other than swapping Gape for Adeniran. So it's Stockdale, McCarthy, Grimmer, Knight, Jacobson, Onidinma, Musquay, Adeniran, Thompson, Mashmeti and Ikpeazu would be my Wycombe lineup. Can't change that really. It did work. Keep it working. 1-0 to Wycombe Wanderers.